everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We are so excited to have you join us for our first installment of our new monthly webinar series. My name is Melissa, and I am the community manager here at Broadway Media, and I'd love to introduce you to two of my peers, Erin.
Hi, everybody. I'm a customer account manager here.
And this is Karen.
Hi, guys. I'm Karen. I'm the sales development representative.
And we would love for this webinar to be interactive. So please use the chat throughout the course of the webinar to chime in, add your experience, or ask a question. Are you ladies ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. Well, today's topic is why use scenic projections, but it might be better to start at the very beginning.
I see what you did there, and that's a very good place to start.
Thanks for catching that. Erin, how about you give our viewers a quick explanation of what are scenic projections?
Sure. So scenic projections are animated backdrop scenery packages created for individual shows. Our team at Broadway Media works directly with the scripts of each show to ensure that each scene, setting, and magic moment are built into the show and are even cued by page number.
That's great. All right, well, thank you so much, Erin. I think now that we have an understanding of what scenic projections are, we can probably dive into the topic at hand. So, Karen, why should we use scenic projections?
Okay, well, there are many, many reasons, but for the sake of time, I'm only going to dive into the 5 key reasons, okay? First, they are easy to use. Yes, they are, okay? Then they are educational. 3, affordable. 4, flexible. And my personal favorite, they are also magical.
That they are. In fact, a few years ago, before I was working at Broadway Media, my local community theater was putting on a production of The Music Man, and I was in charge of renting scenic backdrops. I was doing my research and I had stumbled upon the option to use digital scenery, and I brought it back to our production team. Immediately, I was met with resistance, and I heard things like, well, we're renting a venue that's not ours. We won't be able to hang anything. We've never worked with technology like this before. It's too complicated. But now I've seen the light. And I've learned that using digital scenery is so much more simple than many think. So, Erin, why don't you tell us about why projections are so easy to use?
Sure. So at the base of it, we only need 3 simple things to utilize digital scenery in your space. The very first thing is going to be a playback device. So usually a computer, Mac, or PC is good. The second is going to be a projector. The projector we will get into a little bit more later. Third is going to be a projection surface. It can be any light-colored flat surface. It could be a dedicated projection screen, something painted flat, a curtain, your existing cyc, or even just a wall. Rear projection will need a semi-translucent screen, but we can get into that a little bit later as well. Here at Broadway Media, we've got 2 different packages, a standard license and a professional license. For our beginners, we're going to recommend that you start with a standard package where you'll receive access to our easy-to-use plug-and-play system, Stage Player. If you join us next month, we'll do a live demonstration, but we'll have more about that later at the end. And now I'm going to throw it over to Karen.
Okay, one of my personal favorites is that it's educational. So scenic projections are actually being used in a number of professional settings, from Broadway, the West End, cruise ships, theme parks. Implementing projections in an educational environment provides hands-on opportunity in an audiovisual role, and it allows students to build interest in cutting-edge technology. So not only does it provide a student with a new role in the tech team, it's also leading to a new career path opportunity. It's great.
That is great. And believe it or not, scenic projections are actually more affordable than a traditional backdrop. They've proven to be less than 50% of the cost of lumber and materials, plus you receive every scene and setting mentioned in the script.
Another great thing is that they are completely flexible. This is going to reduce your rehearsal time, which is amazing. It allows for flexible space sharing. So if you have multiple performances going on, easy. It doesn't require a fly space. It provides the ability to large mount scale production. So whether you're a black box theater or a large proscenium, you're good to go. Some of our most frequently asked questions include, where do I place my projector? What if I can't hang my projector? Can I use my existing projector? The answer is going to be like all of the above. Like there are so many options for you, okay? You can do a long throw, which is great if you're all the way like back in the booth. Short throw, which can be on stage, on the platform or a ground row. So up here, there we go. We have this lovely picture of a production of Frozen Junior. This is actually an existing long throw projector at the rear of the theater, which is going to be the most common in schools because, like I said, it's going to be in the back of the booth. And then it's also a use of a lilac follow spot, which is giving the impression of a white follow spot, but it's not graying out the projection or the actor. So not only are blues and purples great complementary lights because it makes the complexion look good, but it also makes those projections look crisp. It's beautiful. So you see, any projector is going to make your projections happen. So.
All right, going on to my favorite element, the magical elements. Right here, we've got a video example of the famous chalkboard scene from Matilda. All of it is handled in your Scenic projection package. Some other examples that we can come up with, flying in Mary Poppins, no fly space needed, it's in your projection package. The transition in Elf of Buddy going from the North Pole to New York, got a lovely candy cane forest in there all ready to go. Aladdin Jr., you got a magic carpet ride. The ending of Act 1 in Big Fish, when the entire stage is filled up with daffodils, it's all in there. We just saw a picture from the Let It Go moment in Frozen Jr., the Willy Wonka boat ride, a little bit traumatizing, but that's what makes it so magical and great. Even things like Little Mermaid, when she goes from fins to legs at the end of Act 1, it's all taken care of for you.
So as you can see, we have a Broadway media difference here where there's no wayfinding required. We work with up-to-date copies of the scripts and we go scene by scene to identify each setting that's mentioned. And we're the only licensor approved with both MTI and TRW. You receive rehearsal access from the time of ordering, cohesive quality artwork for all of the scenes and settings, including a unique theatrical stylized art, animated moments that convey time of day like weather, musical moments, transitions from place to place, and of course those magical moments that Erin was just talking about. And all of this is delivered in our software or as layered artwork for professional use. It is our goal to make sure that our products are easy to use and user-friendly. But we understand that rehearsal periods and tech week can be overwhelming. We never want a customer to feel like they are on their own. So we have a full service customer support team to help with every step of the journey. How about a sneak peek, Erin?
All right, it's everyone's favorite time for shiny new things. So we are very, very happy to have just released projections for SpongeBob last month. And then coming very soon this fall, projections for Clue, Once on This Island, Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior, and White Christmas. I think if we go to the next slide, we may even have some sneak peek images. So this is from Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior. This is your preamble. If you didn't use this song to get through 5th grade civics, I don't know where you were, but it's there for you, part of your show. If we go to the next one, here's Clue. So we've got, the beautiful yet somewhat scary mansion exterior here for the beginning of your show. The library, and every single one of those rooms that's required for the show. You can flip back and forth between them very quickly, which is nice. And then last but not least, if you've got Bikini Bottom on the brain, here we've got a preview of what the inside of the Krusty Krab looks like. Here's one of the photos from our pilot production last month. We've got SpongeBob having a little bit of an existential crisis in front of the outskirts of Bikini Bottom. And then there's the same Bikini Bottom, but at night at the end of Act 1. So yeah, like I said, every scene and setting in the show ready to go.
And if you're planning a show that isn't in our catalog just yet or wasn't part of Erin's sneak peek, don't be discouraged. We are constantly developing new titles, and we're always looking for theaters to help pilot our productions. So just let us know what you're looking to do, and we'll explore what options might be available.
All right. Now, as we mentioned earlier, next month on November 17th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, please join us for our next installment of the webinar series. We're going to be focusing on Stage Player, our software for theater makers by theater makers.
And Erin, do you know what show we'll be demonstrating inside a Stage Player?
So I was thinking that it would be a great thing for our audience to help us decide. So beginning November 2nd and leading up to the week of the webinar, we're going to be hosting a game on our Instagram and Facebook stories. Feel free to join us there so you can vote on which title we should demonstrate.
There's nothing I love more than a good this or that. It's my favorite thing while sitting on the couch and scrolling through social media. But while we're on the topic of social media, I have to just plug myself for like 2 seconds. Okay. So in November, I'm going to be doing my own Dear Karen series where I answer all of your questions, and it's going to be a really good time. So you need to make sure that you're following Broadway Media on all of the social media platforms to see this beautiful face all month long.
And speaking of questions, now is a great time to add any questions that you might have for us in the chat. And in the meantime, thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to join us. As a special gift for viewing, we'd like to extend a discount of 10% off of a future production. Just use the code Digital Magic.
All right. And if we've covered something that you'd like to maybe covered something you want to come back and watch again, or if you've heard something you'd like to share with a fellow theater maker, this webinar is going to be available for playback on our YouTube channel. So anytime you want, it's here for you.
Keep up to date with Broadway Media. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and be sure to follow us on the Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you again for joining us. Have a great rest of your Wednesday and a happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. It's Halloween week. Halloween.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.